Hello all, this is Halloween, and if you love haunted history and cemeteries as much as I do, you may want to subscribe because I'm going to be taking you somewhere new every week. Today we're headed over to Lutz, gonna check out the Lutz Cemetery, and of course we're gonna get a great bite to eat. Enjoy! We're here at the Lutz Cemetery in Lutz, Florida, established in 1911. Let's go in and see what we can see. This cemetery is literally right on the road. There's no gate surrounding the cemetery, so I'm guessing you can just come over here and check it out whenever you like. You know, there's no opening or closing hours. You can just come on in day and night whenever you like. You can see how close to the road it is here. So it's kind of going to be a little bit of a noisy one. I just wanted to show you. They really brought those headstones out almost all the way to the sidewalk. So look how beautiful this headstone is. It's like a marble with iridescent chunks in it. It's just beautiful. It's got a little stone there in it. That's very unique. I love it. All the script is in silver, so it's kind of hard to see here, but it just glistens in the sun. It's gorgeous. For he maketh the storm to cease, so that the waves thereof are still. Then are they glad, because they are at rest, and so he bringeth them unto their desired haven. Psalms 107, verse 29 through 30. Kevin Lee Evangelist. That is a really pretty headstone. Here we have a Wallace family plot. If your last name is Wallace and you're from Florida, the Lutz area, you may have some family here. Got a Sarah, an Addie, Thomas, Stanley, Odin, another Thomas, all the Wallace family here. name here, Haugen, a lot in this cemetery. So if you are a Haugen, you may have family here. You can see that the cemetery is not super big, nor is it very shaded. In certain areas it is, but there's more, I think, there's more sun exposure than not. It's a pretty small cemetery. Said online that it was 230 feet originally by 83 feet. So it's long and narrow. There are some really beautiful older headstones here. I was looking for a couple of people. A Mr. Nims, who was said to be the first internment here, but they did say online that his plot was kind of destroyed, so he probably would be hard to find. Like, he no longer has a headstone, so I don't know how he's marked, but he was entered here in 1914. But then they also said that there was another man buried here who was buried in 1885, or at least his headstone says as such. The Lutz Cemetery Association maintains the cemetery, and I think they do a pretty good job. This is not an overgrown cemetery. It's pretty well maintained. This little niche is right in the front of the cemetery, right behind the beautiful arched cemetery sign here, which I thought was kind of cool. Lutz Cemetery, established 1911. So it is very possible that there are older burials from the late 1800s in here. That's kind of the way it was back then, you know. Somebody would be buried and maybe the cemetery was not dedicated yet as a cemetery. The land had not been donated yet, but there possibly could be burials here from the late 1800s. Well, yeah, this half is all the upright headstones, and the back half over there is all footstones. I didn't see the ones that I was looking for up there, and it's also like 150 degrees outside. I'm sweating profusely, and I just walked into a spider web, so that was really fun. So watch out for that when you're out here. There's a lot of low-hanging trees, as you can see, and you might encounter a spider web or two. But I was just going to show you the back here of the cemetery. This is going to be a pretty short episode as far as the cemetery goes. It's small, and I just took pictures of all of the older headstones up near the front, which are always my favorite. Didn't find our Nims guy, but like I said, online it said that his headstone had been obliterated, and you know, it's not easy to see where he's laid to rest. This is kind of cool. Paver sort of situation here with the footstone. And there's a lot of ledgers as well. It's ledgers and footstones out this way. But some of these ledgers have a really nice sayings on them. This one is blank, but Arthur and Elizabeth. And this is, I can't see the name, Mordaco? I might be putting too much emphasis on that. These are cool here, with the cross on them. Very pretty. I like that. Dad and Mom. This is a Reverend Quentin C. Rollins. This one says Francis Louise Rollins, sleeping until the rapture. Now, what are your thoughts on that? In the Bible, it says, the dead shall rise. But I don't think that means everybody's going to be walking out of their tombs and coming out like zombies. I don't know. I mean, if you take it literally, that's what it means, right? See what I mean? They have really nice sayings on them. This one says, a great wife, a great mother, a great teacher, a great person. She loved her family, church, and students. Kathy and Laurie made her life complete. Oh, and then over here, these all have really nice sayings on them. I think I took a picture of one. God has received this special person to join her sister, Laurie, in heaven. In her great disability, she projected great love. No child was ever loved more. And this one here, this is a Richardson family plot, and man, the outpouring of affection that's written on these ledgers is really beautiful. So this one says, your accomplishments made us so proud. We cry for you and for all those children you would have helped. She had beauty, she had brains, and she had spunk. Jack and Alice, you have given God the greatest gift he has received all week. Oh. And here we have Jack Richardson. Loved his family, military, and teaching. Through his humor, he had the outstanding gift to make people laugh. And then here it says, he had a deep love for his disabled daughter, Kathy. To Jack, she was the love of his life. So that's really special. You know, oftentimes, and it's because it's expensive, you know, you don't see a lot of script on the ledgers like that. But these have a lot of script on them. So that's kind of cool and different. Here, this one says, where's the name on here? I don't see the name. There's a cat and a dog, or a cat and it looks like a wolf actually. No farewell words were spoken. No time to say goodbye. You were gone before we knew it, and only God knows why. Wow. Well, that hits home. I actually just came from my sister's celebration of life today. So that's really relative to what we're all going through right now. Here's one. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, so loved, so missed, so very dear. And this is another poem. If roses grow in heaven, Lord, please pick a small bouquet, place them in our mother's arms, and tell her they're from us. Tell her that we love and miss her, and when she turns to smile, place a kiss upon her cheek and hold her for a while. Remembering her is easy. We do it every day, but there's an ache within our hearts that will never go away. Well, unfortunately, the heat is just unforgiving today. It is so hot out here. So I know I live in Florida and I'm used to it, but I'm not really sure that like this is the right temperature for humans. You know, it's so hot. Like the sweat is dripping off my chin and into my eyeballs. So if you're going to come out here and visit the Lutz Cemetery, make sure you dress accordingly. Wear comfortable shoes. It is, like I said, it's long and narrow. But there's a lot of ground to cover and definitely some cool things to see here. We're going to head out and get a bite to eat. See you soon. We're here at Black Sheep American Pub in Lutz. Gonna go in and get a bite to eat. again today. I hope you enjoyed the Lutz Cemetery. That does it for today's episode. I'll see you next time.